interrupt the meeting or anything. All righty, so good afternoon, everybody. Today it's May 1st, 2023. It is 2 p.m. And I call this meeting to order. Let's see, so members present, we have myself and Phyllis, Grant, Joe. Okay. And then online, is John Collins online?
I don't know. One of them.
Present.
Okay. John is there, and the other one is that John Pike. You don't know who that other one is? Okay, yeah, John called and said that he probably would not be able to make that today, so we have a form, so we're good. All righty, let's see, and then we also have Sarah, the city clerk. And we have Becky Leach, the project manager for Ocean Shores. Thank you, Becky.
Yep, thanks.
Marshall Reed, Marshall. And then we also have Scott Anderson, city administrator. Thank you, Scott. And Bruce Malloy, president of the Ocean Shores Fresh Waterways Corporation. All righty, and then Jane Shattuck. And Nani Bacon and Chris. And how do I think I always spell your last name wrong.
It looks like real.
B-R-U-L-T. Okay. Gotcha. All right. And then also on Zoom, we have Vita Piera. And do we know who that other one is yet? No.
The 9529 is muted. I don't know if you want to unmute.
Okay, all righty. All right, so. Approval of minutes from the April 3rd, 2023 meeting. I sent those out on April 7th. Let's see, so first we'll start with, do any board members have any requested changes, additions, deletions? No, okay, good. All right, thank you. So do I have a motion to accept the minutes as written? I my goodness. I don't know what to say. Make a motion.
I make a motion to approve the meeting of the last meeting.
Okay, all right, and do I have a second?
I second.
Phyllis, second, and all those in favor, aye?
Aye.
John?
Aye.
All righty. Okay, so public comment. So I'm gonna start with a public comment that we received, a written public comment from Vita Piera. And I forwarded that on to all board members. Did you guys get an opportunity to see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Vita, then we have your comment. Okay. All right, and then so we'll go over here, Jane Shattuck? No. And Chris, do you have anything? And then Nani?
None.
Nothing, okay. And still nothing from that other number. Okay,
Mystery.
all righty. Okay, so we'll go ahead and go to Bruce Malloy, Fresh Waterways Corporation report.
We're ready to set the buoys. We've late-minute change on the configuration for ballast to keep them from tipping over. We did Grant made up an additional way to keep them upright. And our next warm weather, we should be getting going on that. We have the workboat that's going to facilitate getting everything there. It's already up at the north end, tied off the Tom Pike spot. And materials up there on the boat. Good. That's about it.
All righty, okay, thank you, Bruce. All righty, so moving into old business, IAVMP. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I've talked too much about IAVMP, so I'm gonna let Becky talk about IAVMP today.
What I'm doing with the IAVMP right now is finding out if we need to have the Department of Ecology approve it. They came back and said no, unless we are applying for grants, and I spoke with Sarah, our grant writer, and she said the point of doing the IAVMP is to be able to apply for grants, and I'm new, so I'm still working through this. And so I'm going back to the Department of Ecology. I sent them an email. I hit send right before I left for the meeting. I need to decompress the file so that I can send it back to them, and then we'll get their approval so that we can move forward. So I'm working on that tomorrow morning,
Okay,
finishing that up.
I assume that means if we're applying for grants, that the IAVMP. They consider that a blessing of ecology if we, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's for. So we did it geared for what ecology needs for those grants.
Mhm.
Yeah, and if they need anything different, it would just be a little add-on for that, but I don't think they will. And then, yes, but it's Sarah had mentioned specifically for the parrot feather and what's in the IAVMP.
and you're talking to Sarah Bisson.
Yes.
the City grant writer.
Yeah.
And so just a quick refresh though, that during the SEPA process, where Department of Ecology could have made any comments and whatnot, that had expired, that 2-week SEPA process expired, and Ecology had not made any comments during that time, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So cross our fingers, hopefully this is a easy thing.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we'll be looking forward to hearing that all is well with IAVMP. Okay, do any board members have any comments or questions about that? John Carnes, do you have any questions about IAVMP?
No comments, thank you.
All righty, hydraulic project approval for hazardous land tree removal maintenance. I'll go ahead and I'll turn that over to Marshall Reed for update or any information.
There's really no update. I've got it teed up and kind of ready to go. I did access the ecology website today. It's going to be an electronic application that should go pretty quick. I'm just going to use the same criteria that we used for the last HPA, and it's going to be one of those deals where I just have to budget time to sit down and block everything else out. So that'll happen well in advance of it being expired.
Okay, and the expiration date is
August.
August 5th.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Okay, any board members have any comments or questions about that? No? Okay. All right, next, for old business is request for proposal for aquatic plant management, mechanical harvesting. 2023, 2024. So, over to you, Becky, or if you want me to discuss it, whatever.
I am prepared to talk mostly about that. We have it signed from Doug Dorling's company. And I have gone over it today. I need to go over it a couple more times, but we have it signed back and we have it back signed also from legal. We're waiting for the insurance certificate still from Doug to sign. So Jenny's gonna follow up with him again on that. We do have a sign through 2023 only with the option to extend with Doug again, but the city plans to put it out to bid in 2024 with other companies. And I don't know why that it's escaping me. Because I have Aquatex in my head, but anyway, we plan to put it out to bid for 2024, so,
Okay.
and give other vendors the opportunity to bid on it, so, but that's where we're at with that, so we'll be ready to start with him as soon as we get the certificate of insurance, but we can't start any work until we have the certificate of insurance.
Okay.
And
So-
that's just on the two in the Bell Canal, right? The 2 canals, is that what he's looking at for this year, for 2023?
Yeah, it's the 45,000 only,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then the following year would be
A much
the
larger.
biggie, right?
And we'll be basing that off of the results of this year.
Right,
Okay.
yes, so that was going to be, from our meeting, I believe what we were gonna do was just have Doug do what he was going to do
Right,
the year prior.
correct.
Because that still gets us with the logistical issues of that area and other stuff.
Right.
Right, so, so I've done a little bit more work with the RFP from the last time we had our meeting. And so, I still have a little bit more that I want to do, and then what I will do with that is I will just forward that on to you, Becky.
Yep.
And then that should definitely be something that, because it is not in the nice format that Jenny puts it in and all that. This is definitely much more, meat and potatoes
Yep.
kind of a deal. And then that can get worked on and submitted October-ish.
Yeah, I have it in my calendar, to reach out to you at the beginning of September if I don't have it by then, and then I'll get it in the format. And then Jenny will send it out, so,
Yeah, no, I'll definitely make
Knocking
sure
on your door.
I get it to you.
okay, perfect.
Alrighty, so does any board members have any questions or comments about that? Agenda item? No? Okay. Alrighty, okay, so now new business. For new business, we have board membership and officers. So, I'll start out with this, is that, earlier today, I forwarded my resignation from the board to the mayor, and, city administrator, and that my resignation from the board will be effective at the conclusion of next meeting. So June 5th, 2023. At the conclusion of that, I will not only not be the chair, but I will also not be a board member. So that opens up two spots, Greg McKay's spot that when his term was up in February. And so that has been every 2 weeks has been announced at city council meetings. And then, so Sarah, do you need something official from me other than that copy of that resignation email?
No.
Okay, all right, so then Sarah will open up, so that means the board will have two openings for membership. Starting, I guess, at the next city council meeting. So what we need to do is on the officers is that the board members will need to come up with and next month's meeting, we'll have to vote for the officers. So we'll have to vote for chair, a co-chair, and then also a secretary.
That's pretty much everybody.
No, that's probably, you got more than enough. Got 5 members and only 3 positions, so should be a pretty easy thing to do. Do you guys have any comments or questions or anything about that?
I don't want you to go.
Well, that's a done deal, resignation is in, and I'm moving on to a different aspect in my personal and professional life. So, anything else on that?
Let's see. We have enough prospects.
Okay.
I mean, do we have enough prospects or?
Oh, you mean people who have applied?
Yeah.
No, so as I was saying, is Greg's job, position has been open since February, and we haven't had any. At least I haven't had any, I don't know if anything's gone through Sarah, no. Or the city council,
No.
yeah. So, yeah, so we have a lot of citizens who come to our meetings and have a lot of stuff to say and whatnot. Maybe somebody can step up to the plate and request to become a member of the advisory board.
We posted anywhere as far as opening for advisory board committee, like.
It's announced at the
On
city
chance-
council.
It's announced at city council meetings. Are they posted?
It's
Well,
announced at the city council meetings, and then it's on each of the board pages,
right.
what page or what position they're vacant.
We don't advertise anywhere else, but
Mhm.
we don't advertise anywhere else.
No.
Like, the cable network is not, they have that channel too, that's an advertising page. And the,
I think so. Yeah. Okay, so if nothing more with that, John Carnes, do you have anything with that?
Nothing, thank you.
Thank you. All right, so then we'll go ahead and move to go to the order. Phyllis?
I did have something about.
Want me to come back to you? You can think about it.
Um,
Okay, Grant,
I could talk to Louise, I could talk to the harvester. I can talk to, we got a candidate for be on the board, but he's gone for a month. So, and with the harvester, you finally get somewhere, it's been slow, painful. But we're finally getting the aluminum and everything fitted so that the junction between the apron, which gathers all the weeds, to the harvester itself is about 85% on the harvester. And so the back of that, we have the, let's see, I want to say the motor that they get confusing. We have the hydraulic motor, the first one, and the driver, that's a good term for it. It's a mechanical driver, which makes it super motion. And after that will come the actual connecting to the scissors and to get them motivated, get the other two set up too. But the machine this first time drilled the wrong holes and sent me back. So I had to take it back a second time. But it's finally shaping up. And we're gonna put a hydraulic motor, the gas engine does all the work. That's gonna be put up on a boat pretty soon here now. And so, but I all it worked so long that I just, my mind doesn't work right. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna limit Tuesday and Thursday to harvester, so. If anybody wants to come down, give me a call on Tuesday and Thursdays, that will be harvester days, because we're trying to do the buoys at the same time. And so, anyway, dominantly it'll be harvester on Tuesday and Thursdays. So you don't have it to do on Tuesday and Thursday, give me a call. The last time I had a problem, I needed 4 eyes and 4 hands. And so I resolved to got a whole bunch of clamps. And so I got all 4 sides of this. The spring that I had to put on harvester. And so I resorted to using clamps while I held it there and drilled it and fastened it and all that. So anyway. It's come along, I wish I was faster, younger.
okay. All righty, anything else, Grant?
Let's see. Sometimes it just takes studying it to figure out what to do. And staring at it. And, yeah, it's coming together. And if you haven't seen it, you know, Tuesday or Thursday, stop by and see my truck there. And, we've come a long ways.
Are you keeping it at your house or you have it somewhere else?
No, it's at,
it's at our,
Oh, is it at your warehouse over there? Oh, okay, all right,
I don't put around.
okay. Probably swing by.
Okay, all righty, Phyllis,
this is for Marshall. I was reading Fish Window, Olympic mud minnows in our canals.
Lots of them.
Yeah,
We have them
yes,
Oh, yeah.
we
in
do.
all of our canals.
We don't.
Not all kinds, no.
We've trapped them in the ditch.
In the ditch.
In the ditch.
Yeah,
They're in Baskin now.
But mud minnows
yeah, the Olympic mud minnow.
Yeah, I call
in
them.
Baskin.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah,
I put crawfish traps out and I caught probably about 8 of them there.
Because that's gonna affect our treatment,
yes, I saw that email.
so. Okay.
well, and Doug is still working with.
That's-
It's not final.
The Friday.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's like, yeah.
I was wondering if
it's-
he wanted any step from the city or if we're just waiting for him.
Yeah, it was,
That's why I CC'd a lot of people on that and say, okay,
So no,
put it in the back because something might come up and.
It was just the first time I
Thank you.
heard that they were in all of the canals and not just.
I don't know if they're in all, but they're definitely in some, and like we did, when we did the clearing of the Open ditch, we tracked quite a number of them. And that confirmed that they actually were in existence for us.
Yeah, I don't have any record that we've seen them in the lake or the canals. The only place where I have planning or shoreline has got documented proof is from the ditch. From the Oihat ditch, out of the canal.
No.
Well, so,
We did.
Well, you refer to them as a bullhead, and a mud minnow is not a bullhead.
Well, about that long?
He didn't say look like a bull, which they physically somewhat do.
They don't,
Well-
they look like a small salmon,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, they're-
so,
they're
so they're, until I have some sort of recorded or documented occurrence out in the lakes and canals, I can't say that that's a factual statement that we have them in the lakes and canals.
That's what.
I do know factually that we have them in the Oihat ditch, and that's all I can say, on the record.
well, but you saw the email, right? That, where it was the Fish and Wildlife who changed their map. I have you on that.
It came in today, I think.
Oh.
Today or Friday?
No, I sent it out last week, but I'll make sure that I did send it to you. It's kind of, it's an email from Doug that's kind of embedded because there's a lot of back and forth.
Oh, okay.
But there's a link to go look at the updated map. And what they did is they just put all of our canals. And they don't even have Fish or Canal listed. Well, kind of like the hook part of it they do, but not the one that comes all the way through to Grand Canal. But they have Duck Lake timed correctly. They do not have the canals. And so what it says is, hey, look, if your canals or if your body of water does not have any of these colors, as there's a legend, color legend, then the fish timing window is July 1st through September. July 15th through September 15th, some, whatever. July through September,
Okay.
specific dates.
I'll look at that.
And so we, under all of our canals and Lake Menard, there's just no color. So that is what that got going and talking with ecology, and I don't know if he's had conversations with Fish and Wildlife. But we'll see. So he's actively working that right now. And that's the reason why I sent it to a lot of folks, was because I wanted to make sure that everyone was aware, hey, look, this will definitely have effects on what we're gonna be doing going forward.
Well, and also, if they are saying that, can we do mechanical harvesting?
Yeah. I thought about that, but I didn't want to say that.
I know.
But it was inside of one.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we need to get an answer on this sooner than later, I'm afraid, because it really does affect a lot of what we're looking at doing.
So,
And
well,
if
what
they-
Doug said,
If they don't let you do oil cut without jumping through hoops, can you imagine that they're saying that they're in all of our canals, which we know. Maybe 90% sure, 99% sure that they're not. But they're still gonna delay, stop everything. Just saying.
well, we'll see what Marshall has to say.
Yeah, we need to just ask, we just need to ask the
I'm sorry,
question.
not Marshall,
Yeah.
I meant Doug,
Yeah,
I meant
yeah.
Doug, I'm sorry, I meant Doug.
Well, I've got another letter that presents no fish window from Fish and Wildlife, but it's an older letter,
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
so if
No,
there's
they-
a change to that, then,
They just changed it.
all right.
Yeah, he wasn't, he said up in 2023, but maybe it was in 2022 when they were working with the Oihat ditch, right? Who knows? I mean, I don't know.
And it's not called Oihat Ditch now, is it? It's called stream?
No, it's called.
It's gone back to Oihat Ditch.
It's Oihat ditch.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, that's really important that we just distinguish the fact that it is a man-made ditch as opposed to a natural stream.
okay. I got confused of where we were on that one.
All righty. Good.
That was it,
Okay.
yeah.
John Carnes, do you have anything for good of the order?
I have nothing, thank you.
Okay, and Joe.
Well, I was sitting outside of my deck, outside behind my house, and guess what flew by? A eagle flew by my house. Guess what? About a 14-inch carp.
Good.
And then it went back and got another one, about 12 inches long. Where they getting these small little carts from? That's what I wondered.
That's why we needed one cot, to run to. What to do.
I'm sitting there watching it, go, where'd that little cart come from?
Are you trying to still catch one? You,
I'm still trying to get one, they're not in the canal right now.
yeah. Come up on the Grand Canal, it's plenty.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
All righty. Okay, so you have anything else?
No, that was, I just noticed that there are small carts in there, definitely for sure.
Okay,
Anyway, I thought I would just bring it up.
gotcha.
Okay,
Okay,
the carts that are in here are 21 years old, we could live that long, so I'm on what actually.
all right. And for me, I have nothing. So with that, I will adjourn the meeting. It is 2:26 PM. Next meeting is Monday, June 5th, 2023 at 2 PM here at the library meeting room.